Hey everyone, this lesson is on medical terminology, advanced practice problems set 1. So this is going to be for individuals who have gone through all of or majority of the medical terminology course. So this will be practicing very advanced terminology. So we'll discuss each one of those and break it down according to prefix, root, and suffix. So the first term we're going to look at is spondylolisthesis. So spondylolisthesis, if we break that term down, spondylo refers to vertebra, list refers to slip, and esis is a suffix meaning condition. So if we put all these together, spondylolisthesis is a condition of a slipped vertebra, and it's going to be regarding a forward displacement or a forward slipping of a vertebra, more specifically. The next term we're going to look at is achlorhydria. So we'll again break it down. So we look at the prefix first, the a, which refers to lack or without. We'll then look at the root, chlorhydra, which refers to hydrochloric acid. And the suffix ia refers to an abnormal condition. So again, if we put all these together, this term achlorhydria refers to an abnormal condition of lack of hydrochloric acid. And more specifically, it's going to be regarding a lack of or very low levels of stomach acid. The next term we're going to look at is osteomalacia. So again, we break it down. So we look at the root, osteo, and osteo refers to bone. So you can think of words like osteopathy or osteomyelitis. And malacia refers to a condition of softening. So what osteomalacia means is a condition of softening of bone. The next term we're going to look at is anisocytosis. So if we break down this term, we can break it down using aniso first, which means unequal. And this actually can be broken down even further. So an usually refers to without or lack, or something that negates something else. And iso refers to equal. So this is where we can see aniso, meaning unequal. If we look at site or cyto refers to cell. So you can think of words like erythrocyte. So erythrocyte is a red blood cell. And the suffix osis is, again, a condition or an abnormal condition. So if we put all these together, anisocytosis is a blood condition involving unequal sized cells. So we'll see this with regards to unequal sized red blood cells more specifically. The next practice problem is syringomyelia. So again, we break this term down. Syringo refers to a cavity or a tube. Myel refers to the spinal cord, so myelo. You can think of terms like transverse myelitis. That's a condition involving inflammation in the spinal cord that causes issues with bladder control. And ia, that suffix again, means condition or an abnormal condition. So if you put this all together, syringomyelia refers to a condition involving a cavity, which is going to be fluid-filled. It's a fluid-filled cavity in the spinal cord. The next practice problem we're going to look at is sialolithiasis. So try this out. So again, we're going to break it down piece by piece. Sialo refers to salivary gland. Lith refers to stone. And iasis is a suffix meaning condition. So again, if we put it all together, sialolithiasis, or sialolithiasis more specifically, is a condition involving a stone in the salivary gland. So it's a condition of having salivary gland stones. So that's what sialolithiasis means. The next practice problem we're going to look at is dacryocystorhinostomy. So try this out on your own. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to slowly break it down piece by piece. So dacryo is a prefix referring to a tear. Cysto refers to sac. Rhino refers to the nose. You can think of rhinoplasty or rhinitis, which is an inflammation of the nasal cavity. And stomy, the suffix stomy is actually a surgical term meaning creation of an opening, and it's going to be surgically related. So if we put it all together, dacryocystorhinostomy refers to a surgical creation of an opening between a lacrimal sac and the nose. Another practice problem we can look at is ophthalmoplegia. So again, we start to break it down. So we look at the root, ophthalmo. Ophthalmo refers to the eye or ocular. So we can think of an ophthalmologist or ophthalmology, study of the eyes. And what does the suffix plegia mean? Well, again, you could break this down even to smaller pieces, but plegia really is a condition of paralysis. So plege, so you can think of hemiplegia or paraplegic. And again, that ia refers to a condition. So if we put this all together, ophthalmoplegia is paralysis of the eye. Another medical term is gastrorrhaphy. So again, we try to break this down. What does gastro mean? Well, that root, gastro, refers to the stomach. You can think of the gastrectomy or gastric cancer. So all of those refer to the stomach. And that suffix raphy or raphy refers to suturing. So gastrorrhaphy is a suturing of the stomach. The next practice problem is trichotillomania. So what does this term mean? So again, we break it down from left to right. The part here, tricho refers to hair. Tillo actually refers to pulling out. And mania refers to quote-unquote madness or compulsion. So if we put all this together, trichotillomania is a madness, or more specifically, a compulsive urge to pull out hair. So that's what trichotillomania means. Now, moving on to osteopetrosis. So again, we know what osteo refers to. It refers to bone. But what does pet or petro refer to? Well, if you have heard of names like Petra or Peter, these refer to stone or rock. And osis, this suffix means abnormal condition. So again, we've put it all together. Osteopetrosis is an abnormal condition of bone being like stone or becoming like stone. You can think of it like that. So this is actually a condition where there is very high density bone due to hypermineralization of the bone. And then another term we can look at is poikilocytosis. So what does this term mean? So you can easily see certain parts of it that are easy, but what does poikilo refer to? Well, poikilo actually refers to something that's varied in shape. And that's going to be now easy to know what the rest of this term or this condition refers to. Cyte or cyto refers to, again, cell. And osis is, again, an abnormal condition. So poikilocytosis is going to be a finding or quote-unquote a condition involving varying shaped and more specifically red blood cells. So that's what poikilocytosis means. The next practice problem we're going to look at is methemoglobinemia. So what does methemoglobinemia mean? We look at this prefix here, met. Met, what does that mean? Met means change. So we can think of a metamorphosis, right? It's a change in form. Or metaplasia, which is a change of one cell type to another. Then we look at the next part of this particular term, hemoglobin. That's easy. That's going to be referring to hemoglobin. And emia is a suffix that refers more specifically to a blood condition. So methemoglobinemia means a blood condition involving changed hemoglobin. And methemoglobinemia is actually a condition involving changes to the iron components of hemoglobin changing to another ionic state. And then the last couple of terms we're going to look at are going to be more what we call unicorn conditions. So they're going to be a bit more tricky. This one is going to be, again, a very longer medical term, but we'll slowly break it down. So if we start with lymph, we know that lymph refers to lymph or the lymphatic system. Angio refers to blood vessels or vessels. So this can already show you something. It's something related to lymphatic vessels. But then we have all these other terms. What does lyo mean? Lyo actually refers to smooth. So lyo will refer to the next part, which is myo. And we know myo means muscle, which is going to help us with this next little piece here, this myoma. Oma refers to a tumor or growth. And then this last part, this osis or this ptosis actually, refers to condition. So what this term is really referring to is a condition involving tumor-like growth of smooth muscle-like cells, usually within lymphatic vessels that end up leading to lung damage. This is actually a very rare lung condition. And then finally, the last one we're going to look at is trichothiodystrophy. So tricho, we know that this actually refers to hair. What does theo or thio refer to? Well, this actually refers to sulfur. So Thio refers to sulfur. Dis, what does dis refer to? This actually refers to something that's abnormal. And the suffix trophy refers to growth. So if we put all this together, trichothiodystrophy refers to a condition involving brittle hair due to sulfur deficiency or abnormal sulfur content. This is actually, again, another rare condition. So I hope you found this lesson helpful. This was for more advanced students or those who have done a lot of medical terminology education. So this will hopefully have helped to have practiced some of these larger terms or more rare medical terms that we don't generally see in other more common medical language. If you want to review medical terminology or if you need more help with some more advanced medical terms, please check out my other medical terminology lessons. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to help support this channel. If you want to become a channel member, please also consider doing that as well. Thanks so much for watching and hope to see you again soon.